What is a successful YouTube channel to you? Let's talk. Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Guys, you know, YouTube more and more these days reminds me of a place for struggling artists, right? And people that have a dream to become something else, or they put their future on the success of their YouTube channel, and they see their YouTube channel as a way to get out of whatever present situation they're in, right? And let me tell you, YouTube, for that purpose, is a very, very bad investment, right? It's not going to lead you to success just in the averages, right? If you added the numbers, the averages of success for people in general isn't that good, right? Number one. Number two, if you're older, it's even less, right? And some people, for whatever reason, think that, you know, once they hit 40, their life is over and they're pretty much, you know, where they're going to be. And I couldn't disagree with them more in that stance, because I think life is a journey where you can constantly be learning about different things. I mean, there's so much to learn in the universe. It's impossible to be on one stage and say, I just stop right here. But many of them are that way, specifically when I talk business to them, right? And when I talk about the fact that they're using, you know, some of their most productive time into something that really isn't going to produce returns, right? But everybody's definition of a successful YouTube channel changes, right? So for me, right, when I think of successful YouTube channels, I think of, I don't know, Sega Lord X, right? Of retro YouTube channels. I think of, you know, Happy Console Gamer in the past. You know, those type of channels, you know? The Last Gamer, right? For me, those are the type of channels that I think, you know, that are successful. That would be the kind of success that would be okay to achieve. You know, the last Gamer for me would be the pinnacle. You know, and I have to make a whole separate video on him and his legacy, right? But it's different for everybody, guys. It really is. Let me tell you, is it for you guys? Is it money? Is it attention? Is it clicks? Is it views? Because when you talk to people about YouTube that actually do YouTube, that's what they talk to you about. Oh, I had this many watch hours, or I had these many clicks, I had this and that and the other, right? And it really depends on what they do. If they do videos like I do, or maybe they do live streaming, they count that. But what is success to you? Is it the super chats? Is it the amount of money that you're gonna make in a particular month? If it's that, right? If it's that, DSP has made over $2 million. That's a lot of money. You can do a lot of damage, right? But do you consider DSP to be a successful YouTuber? Maybe not in reputation, but look at the scoreboard. That's $2 million. Are you willing to do that for $2 million? I mean, I couldn't do it, right? It takes that kind of personality. It takes that kind of e-begging to do something like that. Is it subscribers, right? There's a lot of channels that have a lot of subscribers. Do you want to have the subscribers that Dreamcast guy has? No. You know, I mean, is that success? For me, it's more measured. I think, you know, one thing that I remember the Happy Console Gamer saying is that once he surpassed 10,000, I think he said, subscribers, it was very hard for him to maintain a close contact with his audience, because there's just so many people, right? And he felt that he couldn't, you know, talk to everybody in the same way, because it was just too much. It was just too much time. It was overwhelming. So for me, success would be if I get somebody to think about their finances and the way they're spending their money, not only on video games but outside of video games, and using video games as a barometer of how they're doing for the future, right? Because I mean, guys, and not saying any names, but I mean, there's guys out there that have collections that are worth tens of thousands, right? And probably don't have the same amount of money saved for retirement, you know, and they're around my age. That's a real shame. That's a problem. But you know what I'm saying? And so what is your definition? You know, let me know in the comments. What is your definition of a successful YouTube channel? But what I see with a lot of my friends that are artists, that are, you know, in different types of media, whether it's YouTube, whether it's music, and it's this, you know, there's a shelf life for everything, right? And I'm the kind of person that, you know, believes that you can keep on learning, right? Until, you know, the day you pass away, right? You can keep on growing as a human being. You can keep on learning new things because there's so much out there, guys. There's so much out there, you know, for you to learn that is very interesting, that could be productive for you. But there's certain things that you have to accept, right? So if you're, you know, say you're 50-year-old, right? Like, let's say you're my age, and all of a sudden I decided I wanted to be a rapper today. That would be ridiculous, right? Number one, I don't know how to rap. I'm just not that good, or good at all. Number two, it's a young man's game, and it's the same thing with YouTube. All right, guys, so now it's time for some tough love. So you have to be realistic. Do you have the talent, right? I don't have the talent to be a rapper. That's why I gave you that example. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Are you an actor, a musician, a TV, you know, producer, a director, whatever it is that you want to be. Maybe you want to be a writer or you know, a show host, whatever it is that you want to be. Do you have the talent? If you know you do, then you can take the steps that you take in any business, okay? And like I told you before, if you really have a dream, you'll do anything for it. You will sacrifice. But in business, there's some proven steps. Some proven steps you can take in order to get that business going. And the best thing you can do for your business to guarantee long-term success, right? And remember, 90% of businesses fail within 5 years. But the biggest determining factor in that is a business that's not capitalized properly or is undercapitalized, meaning it doesn't have enough money. And if you look at any YouTuber, okay, and I mean any YouTuber that talks about another YouTuber doing the same type of content, but theirs is not getting recognized, and that's really what they're saying. My content's better, but it's not being recognized, so I'm not making as much money as A, B, or C. And you know, I'm way better than these guys, but they're making more money than I. Guaranteed, their marketing is garbage, right? And you need to know that about yourself in order to improve. I know many talented people in business where I know their products are great, I know the work they do, but their marketing is just dog shit. And the same thing applies for many talented people on YouTube. And the reason that they're not marketed properly is, number one, they don't have the experience. They don't know what they're doing. Number two, they're not able to hire somebody to help them do that. That's why it's important that you use that gift, right? And create a side hustle. What is your gift? Are you great at conversation? Then go into sales. Do whatever it takes. Use your gift to create a side hustle. That side hustle will create the muscles of war. The muscles of winning any war in business is money, right? If I told you right now, if you had a $25,000 budget for your channel, would it be doing better? Or if you're promoting products on, you know, on your channel, would it be doing better? Probably, right? And you can use that money not only to promote your channel, but you could also learn about marketing. You can use that to educate yourself. Whatever it takes, but use your gift, exercise it, because that'll give you experience and it will help you create a war chest for your business. People do in a business all the time. You know, somebody will start working as a carpenter. They learn the trade and then they go on their own. You see this a lot in the trade industry. But artists do it too, right? Artists do it too. Remember, Han Solo at one time was a carpenter. That's right, Harrison Ford was a carpenter when he, you know, when he was an actor. And I know many actors that work doing actual jobs. Not all of them are waiters, you know, and that's how they fund their career. And you sort of have to do the same if
you believe that this is the path that's going to get you out. Now, as I told you, YouTube is a bad investment of your time, but only if you invest time that you don't have. If you're investing productive time that's not making you money, then your chances of success in any business, not only YouTube, are going to be lower. Guys, for me, success is passing on an idea to somebody else that hopefully can use it. I would consider that a success because I'm paying it forward, just like somebody paid it forward to me. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.